So this is take 2 of my first top 5 Wednesday video because I forgot to turn one of the lights on and it was much too dark. I never quite realized how important that one light was. But apparently it's the difference between filming in the dark and you seeing my face. This is my first top 5 Wednesday video. It is a challenge on Goodreads, which I will link down below. And every Wednesday they have a new top 5 list for you to come up with. This week's is top 5 minor characters. And I had a little bit of trouble because I forget minor characters. They did differentiate between minor and side characters, and these are just the minor ones, which makes it harder because I've forgotten all the ones I loved over the many years of reading books. But I did finally come up with a list of top 5, and I think only 2 are kind of cheating. So let's get started. The first 2 are going to be my 2 cheating ones. First we have Briar from Melting Stones, and he is a main character in several other books. The Circle of Magic Quartet and The Circle Opens and everything that comes after those that I don't know the name of. The Circle Reforged? I don't remember. But in this book he is a minor character, so I feel like he counts. And I just love his relationship with Effie, which has nothing to do with him being a major character, a main character in the other books. So I feel like it counts. And I just adore him, and I adore the way he treats his student Effie, even though there's not that big of an age difference between them. And it's really great. My second sort of cheating one is Jason Talbot from The Truth About Forever. This is less cheating. He's probably a side character in this, although he's not actually in the book that much, so the argument could be made that he's a minor character. But he shows up as a minor character in several of her later books. And you get to see his transformation and his growing up and his character arc over the course of several stories. And I really put him on this list for those books, not this one, because he's kind of a jerk in this one. But you can watch him go through, like, I forget which ones he's in, Along for the Ride and maybe The Moon and More. I can't really remember right now. But you can definitely see his character arc, and I really love that, even though he doesn't have really a book to himself. He's so great. To stick with the Tamora Pierce theme a bit, I have Lord Raoul of Golden Lake, who is basically in all of her Torthal books, which is a series that isn't The Circle Opens, The Circle of Magic. But I picked these 2 just because these are the 2 series that he's most prominent in. And he's sort of a side character at times, maybe, but I sort of consider him minor because he was never really important, except for in Squire, which is the 3rd in this quartet. But I loved him. He was like the strong, silent type who was hard to get angry, but once he did, he really lost it. And he marries Bury, who's another character, and his whole arc and everything he does, and the way he just, like, keeps popping up, I love him. Honestly, I love everything he's in, and I love that he's always a character, and I wish Tamora Pierce would just, like, give him his own book centered around him and Bury, because they're so perfect. Harry Potter had to be on this list, obviously. I think Harry Potter is probably on most people's list for this top 5, because there are so many characters, and they're all so well developed. Character I picked is Regulus Black, partially because I love him, and I love that she gave a Death Eater a real redemption arc, and partially because I feel like so many of the minor characters in here were sort of elevated to side characters just because we know so much information about them, and there's so much fanfic, and the fandom has just gone crazy. And like, Tonks is a minor character, but she doesn't feel like it. Like, I'd feel like cheating putting her on this list, or characters like that, so I stuck with Regulus. I really do love him, and I would be super down if she released, like, a short story or something about him. The 5th and final minor character is Elizabeth from Long May She Reign, and I've never seen anyone mention this book anywhere for any reason. but I love it. And Elizabeth and Meg have this really great friendship. Like, for the first 2/3 of the book, they're snobby and pretentious and judgmental towards each other. And then when they do become friends, they don't stop being snobby and pretentious and judgmental towards each other. They just do it while being friends. And I really like their relationship. And the way, even though Meg was sort of famous and kind of scary and intimidating at times, Elizabeth didn't back down at all. Like, she'd do things just to prove that she wasn't afraid. And just to screw with Meg's head. And it was great. And I kind of wish there was another one in this series to follow, like, Meg and Elizabeth in the next year, because they were going to get a suite together and live together, and I just feel like that would be really, really funny. But I adore this book. So that was my first Top 5 Wednesday. Like I said, the link will be down in the description to the Goodreads group, but you should definitely join it, and even if you don't want to make a video, let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these, first of all, and agree with me, and what your top 5 minor characters would be. Bye!